Page 56, classified information. As you listen, think of ways in which elements are organized on the periodic table. How can elements be classified? Differences in physical and chemical properties allow us to classify elements. By knowing the category to which an element belongs, you can predict some of its properties. Elements are broadly classified as metals, nonmetals, or metalloids. Most metals are shiny, conduct heat and electricity well, and can be shaped into thin sheets and wires. Nonmetals are not shiny and do not conduct heat or electricity well. Metalloids have some properties of both metals and nonmetals. There are over 100 elements known to exist. Each element has a place in an arrangement called the periodic table of the elements. The periodic table is a useful tool that can help you identify elements that have similar properties. Metals, nonmetals, and metalloids occupy different regions in the periodic table. Metals start at the left and make most of the elements in the periodic table. Nonmetals are at the right and are often shaded with a color different from that of the metals. Not surprisingly, the metals lie between the metals and the nonmetals. In any instances, you can even predict which elements combine with others to form compounds based on their positions in the periodic table. Looking at that picture at the very bottom, aluminum, like many metals, can be formed into a thin foil. Charcoal is made up mostly of carbon atoms. It's brittle and dull, like many other nonmetals. Page 57. How can compounds be classified? You are surrounded by compounds. Compounds make up the food you eat, the school supplies you use, and the clothes you wear, even you. There are so many compounds that would be very difficult to list or describe them all. Fortunately, these compounds can be grouped into a few basic categories by their properties. By their pH. Compounds can be classified as acidic, basic, or neutral by measuring a special value known as pH. Acids have a pH value below 7. Vinegar contains acetic acid, which gives a sharp, sour taste to salad dressings. Bases, on the other hand, have pH values greater than 7. Baking soda is an example of a basic compound. Bases have a slippery feel and a bitter taste. Neutral compounds, such as pure water and table salt, have a pH value of 7. Water and salt are formed when acid and a base react. A type of paper called litmus paper can be used to test whether a compound is an acid or a base. Blue litmus paper turns red in the presence of an acid. Red litmus paper turns blue in the presence of a base. Although some foods are acidic or basic, you should never taste, smell, or touch a chemical to classify them. Many acids and bases can damage your body or clothing. As organic or inorganic. You may have heard of organically grown foods, but in chemistry, the word organic refers to compounds that contain carbon and hydrogen. Oxygen compounds are found in most foods. They can also be found in synthetic goods. For example, gasoline contains a number of organic compounds such as octane and heptane. By the role in the body. Organic compounds that are made up of living things are called biochemicals. Biochemicals are divided into 4 categories: carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acid. Carbohydrates are used as a source of energy and include sugar, starches, and fiber. Lipids are biochemicals that store excess energy in the body and make up all cell membranes. Lipids include fats, oils, and waxes. Proteins are one of the most abundant types of compounds in your body. They regulate chemical activities of the body and build and repair body structures. Nucleic acids such as DNA and RNA contain genetic information and help the body build proteins.